I want to talk a little bit, during the Trump years, there was a term coined, the deep state, and people say, well, what does that mean? And well, there's this permanent bureaucracy, and sometimes it does what's not only against the law, but it's against the direct instruction of a sitting president. In this case, President Trump was clear. Declassify, release these documents. 2 years later, it hasn't happened. Surprising to you after your time in government?
Sadly, it's not surprising. The deep state is not only real, but it is the single greatest threat to the survival of American liberty and to the health and well-being of our republic, of our whole system of representative government. The idea that you, as an unelected bureaucrat, accountable to no one, elected by nobody, with a lifetime position, could superimpose your judgment, your desires, your ideology over the elected president, the man chosen by the whole American public to be their president, is as anti-democratic, is as anti-American as you can get. We don't have an aristocracy in this country. We're not supposed to, but we do. Except it's not an aristocracy of birth. It's an aristocracy of bureaucracy. This massive blob, this swamp in Washington of permanent careers, and particularly those who control access to our nation's secret, who wield our nation's law enforcement power, who decide who goes to jail, who is free, who is investigated, who is not, who is protected, who is persecuted. All that power, all of that authority is in the hands of this group of permanent, unelected government officials. So this case gets to the heart of all of that because the President of the United States made a decision that in the interest of the country, using his unreviewable and absolute authority to declassify, meant as the president, he alone could decide what is classified and what is not. That he made the decision as commander-in-chief, as keeper of the nation's secrets, that these documents be made available to the public. And now we've had to file a lawsuit, which I hold here in my hands, on your behalf. So thank you. We have to file this lawsuit in an effort to pry these documents loose so that our citizens can know what their government is doing in their name. This cuts to the core of the question of whether our children will inherit a government that is self-representative, self-governing, that is self-determinative, or whether or not we live in a government in which a handful of unelected bureaucrats make decisions for all of us.